Today we're making chicken and pastry, a southern classic. We will start by putting some water in a pot. Alright, now that it's filled up, we're going to add our chicken. Alright, I have 8 chicken breasts from a chicken that my mom provided. Now we're going to put this on the stove. So now we're going to add some black pepper, salt, onion powder, and garlic powder, and dried parsley. Now we're going to put the lid on it, and we are going to let it simmer. Alright, now that this is fully cooked, we're going to take this out. I already checked to make sure that it was cooked. Whoops. We'll get this done, don't worry, y'all. And we're going to scoop out some of this broth. Alright, now we're scooping out this broth, and we're going to let this cool down for a couple minutes so we can make the pastry part of the chicken and pastry. Alright, now that this chicken has thawed, I'm going to go ahead and debone it, and then we'll work on our pastry. Alright, now that our chicken is shredded, it is going to go right back into the pot. And this chicken apparently refuses to leave. Now you're going to take some flour. You can use all-purpose flour. I'm using bread flour just because that's all I had open. And we're going to mix in some chicken broth. And we're going to mix this up. Alright, once you cleaned your surface, you want to take your dough and dump it into some flour. And you're going to knead it a little more. Alright, once our dough's been kneaded out some more, we are going to flatten it and roll it out. Alright, so I rolled out my chicken and pastry dough. I have half of that over there and half of it over here. I'm leaving it a little bit on the thick side because that's how my family likes it, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it to pieces. And meanwhile, we have our broth heating up again. I'm going to go ahead and add some chicken bouillon for color and for a little bit more flavor. And here's the strips. Alright, now we're going to put in our pasty strips in. I would only do like 1 or 2 at a time because we put them all at the same time. Well, they're going to get stuck together. Alright, I rolled out the rest of the dough, and now I'm going to cut it to pieces. So now that it's been a couple minutes since we put in our pastry strips, we're going to add in some more strips. Some people I've noticed working in a deli that sold southern food for a while really like the pastry more than the chicken. Some people like the broth more. I mean, I feel like it's a personal thing. We're going to put this back. Alright, now that I got a good bit of pastry in there, we're just going to continue putting in pastry every 2 to 3 minutes and stirring it around occasionally to make sure it doesn't stick. Alright, and our chicken pastry is done, so now we are going to serve it in some bowls for it to cool down. And there you go, chicken and pastry.